So here's the interesting thing. The scripts really work, I promise you. When I follow this script, and there are times I deviate, I'm not perfect.
It's almost impossible. They don't let you.
Let me ask you this. When you are calling a for sale by owner, are you following the script verbatim?
No.
Okay, that's why you don't get here, because you're not following the script. If you get on the phone with a for sale by owner and you go through all these questions 1 through 14, you can get through 1 through 14. Will you get through it every time? Absolutely not. 60, 75% of the time you will. And they will let you get all the way down to the bottom until question number 14. The issue is we believe it won't work, and so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. We don't even try it. Or we give up halfway through because we don't believe if we say, are you familiar with the techniques I use to sell homes, that they're going to say, well, no, and then you can set the appointment. We believe it won't work, so we don't even try it. I can't tell you how many people have gone through this program, and once they finally listen to me say, just follow the script, they call me and say, the call went just like our role play. I ask the questions, they answer every question, and I book the appointment. Has that happened to anybody in here? No? No?
Only on the buyer end all the time.
Yeah. Well, on the seller end all the time if we follow the script. You said you don't follow the script. Following this, you weren't following it verbatim. You were doing a pretty good job, but you didn't follow it completely.
No, I didn't.
I promise you, when you follow it, they let you get through. Same with expires. They let you get through the script. Same with the pre-qualification questionnaire. They let you go through the entire thing if you do it.
So then when I hear that opportunity to close, I shouldn't close?
So, I understand where you're coming from. You have to decide in your business what your standards are. Do you just want to go on appointments to go on appointments, or do you want to go on appointments and have a greater probability to convert the appointment? Because if you just want to set appointments, yeah, you can do what you did, but how much time are you wasting going all over Bergen County meeting with people who aren't really serious about listing with you or even serious about getting their home sold? That's what it boils down to. I don't want you to have 20 appointments and get no listings. And if you go see everyone, that's what's going to happen. Right?
You're right.
Right.
Anyone can just call and say, I might have some interest. What would be a good time for me?
Right.
You can do that 12 hours a day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So the biggest thing, and Mitch, I know this is something that you're working on, when they say, do you have a buyer? What's your response to that?
Yeah, I'm struggling with it now.
The number one objection.
It's the number one that we're going to get from every for sale by owner.
It depends on where, if I do have a buyer in that area.
Okay, so let's role play. You don't have a buyer in that area. You're calling it for sale by owner, and they say to you, do
No,
you have a buyer?
I'm calling as a listing agent.
So that's what you say, no, I'm calling as a listing agent?
Yes. Part of
Okay.
my job for my seller is to, that's why I'm asking you where you're moving to.
There's more to that script.
Yeah.
What is it?
That's why I'm asking where you're moving to, because on behalf of my buyers or my sellers,
Mhm.
I proactively look for sellers for them. And since you're moving, the numbers are higher, you're a
Right.
better candidate.
Right, so I'm actually a listing agent. The reason I'm calling you is that every day I proactively prospect to find buyers for my
For my
sellers.
sellers.
And so I was calling to see if you might be moving to an area where I have a listing. I mean, if you hired an agent, you would want an agent to prospect for you, wouldn't you?
Bless you.
Well, see,
Right?
when they do say a buyer, I say, yeah, because that's the areas I'm calling.
Right.
Because I am kind of looking for my buyers at the same time.
All right, let's talk about that really quickly. Do you guys have more success doing that and saying you have a buyer? Maybe you'll get the appointment, but is that helping you get the listing?
No success. Well, it's very difficult to convert. You just like walk in there and switch into like,
Well,
you list your
The
house.
one call I made the mistake on was saying that I was from Keller Williams.
Well, but here, we'll talk about that, but here's the deal. It's a bait and switch if we don't have a buyer and we go there and we try to list. And if we do have a buyer, aren't we just telling the for sale by owner for the most part that what they're doing is right?
There's interest in the house.
And we're gonna help them sell the property? And why would they ever list if every agent is gonna bring a buyer by to them, right? I mean, if you really have someone, that's one thing. But if we're all calling and we're saying, oh, I have a buyer and I wanna bring them by because they might be right for your house.
Well, I might have buyer.
That for sale by owner's thinking, man, I don't need the list, I have all these agents, I have buyers, I'm good. So when you come out and then you try to convince them to list with you, why would they when you and everyone else is bringing your buyer? Again, unless you truly have one. Because if you do, your job is to find a house for your buyer, and working with for sale by owners is one of the ways you go about doing that.
No, Dave, I do have buyers, I don't know if one would be a good fit, but what I'm really calling for, I'm calling for myself.
Okay? All right, well, I mean, how can I help you?
Where are you moving to?
We're actually moving to North Carolina.
North Carolina? Oh, fantastic, let's bring you down to North Carolina, I have a couple buddies down here.
I don't want to share that information, but
That's
we
okay.
already have a place down there, we're set and ready to go, I just need to get this home
You just
sold.
need to get this sold.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
Great.
So are any of your buyers looking here in Wyckoff?
Not necessarily, no. Like I said, I'm calling for my agent. So, how soon do you need to be down in North Carolina?
I don't have a timeline. Ideally this summer, we just need to get this property sold so we can close
Okay.
up shop here.
So you just need to get it sold.
Yep.
So what is it gonna take before you do list with an agent?
I don't see that I need to. I have so many agents
got
that
so
are
many
bringing
agents.
buyers. I think we're gonna sell
Right.
pretty quickly. I mean, Wyckoff's a great town and, you know, I think we'll do fine.
So you got a lot of agents saying that they got buyers for your house and coming over and previewing it for you.
Yep.
Well, you know, Dave, that is a good idea. You do wanna market to the agents in the community.
Mhm.
But, and Dave, I really believe that you can get your home sold on your own. You sound like a smart guy.
Mhm.
But if it would be of value to show you how I could get your home sold and make you more money, wouldn't that be worth 15 minutes of your time? Wouldn't you agree?
All right, so I'm gonna talk. So can we talk about what just happened here? Anybody paying attention?
I went for the close.
He's closing.
Stick to the script.
You're
Little
closing.
David on your shoulder says,
Stick to the script.
About motivation, you're saying, right?
I thought that was
I
pretty
did.
good.
Yeah, I think it's
Position.
Well, yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
wanna be down here in 3 months, you
Yeah.
wanna sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much, like,
Yeah, but what's my motivation? What marketing am I using? How did I come up with my sales price? And am I willing to adjust my price down, right?
You have no ammunition. You need to arm yourself with all that information.
Right. Why did you decide to sell versus, you know,
I'll sell
listing
it.
with an
Listen,
agent?
an agent.
Do you have someone you're obligated to list the property with?
Well, you did say that you can sell it yourself because you have all these agents bringing buyers through.
Of course. So what keeps you from wanting to go through the script? What's that mental block that keeps you from wanting to follow the script?
It is tough.
I don't know, I got that ABC in my head.
Well, it's 8, no.
Always be closing?
Yeah.
Absolutely, at the end of the script. That's when you close. I agree with you, always be closing. When you get to the end of the script, you close. If they push back on you, you overcome that, you close. They give you another objection, you overcome that, you close.
What about the soft closes, like the, what do you always say, the soft close, like,
You mean like the embedded commands?
yeah, just to,
I don't even think at this point we need this. What I want to do is get you a better success rate on making calls and getting great appointments. You're getting appointments.
I'm not getting great appointments.
Well, you tell me.
or if you're getting
No,
appointments,
they're-
they're not.
Are they
because you
listening?
don't-
Are they listening with you?
No.
and you think it's because he's not,
I know a big part
Digging?
of it is that, because if he's not digging here, my next question would be, when they do say, well, okay, we're thinking about listing, are you doing the pre-qualification script? And then my next question would be, when you go
Well, no,
present
because
to
I'm not
them-
getting that far.
Right. So, is it time to do something different? What does Dr. Phil say? No, not Dr. Phil.
Well, that's why I am in push.
You keep doing the same thing, you're gonna keep getting the same result. That
Actually,
is the
that's
true
Albert Einstein.
definition of,
insanity.
right.
That's
So-
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein, thank you. So Dr. Phil was saying,
Both one-on-one,
Dr. Phil
one-on-one.
was saying, how's that working for you,
Right.
right? It's not working. It's not working for any of us that don't follow the script. Listen, the people who wrote these scripts, you know, Mike Ferry, Diana Koska, all these great people who've had great real estate careers and got thousands of listings, they wrote these scripts and they work. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. They give us a blueprint on exactly what to do and what to say. and we don't do it, and then we look at our numbers and we're like, I'm not gaining traction, I'm not getting the business, I'm not having the success I want to have. Give yourself an opportunity to stick to the script, no matter what. No matter how bad you want to deviate and close, go through the script. Unless I say to you, you know, Mitch, I'm so tired of this, I'm ready to list my property. Can you come out and talk with me?
Sure.
Then you're going to say yes. And we're going to learn to say, however, before I come out, I have a few questions I need to go over with you to make sure I do my job. Can I go over those questions now? And that's when you pre-qualify.
The pre-qualifying script.
But until someone says that to you and they tell you, I'm ready to list, come out and talk to me, which can happen, it has happened to me, but only one time.
I mean, I got the pre-qualifying script right next to my other scripts, but I never get that far.
Well, would you follow it if you got that far?
I guess so.
Follow that one so you can get there. I promise you.
That's your homework for the week.
Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth. I want you have a lot of role play partners now, and I want to commend you because after class on Tuesday, you did exactly what I encourage everyone else to do.